Test, test, test. Is my mic on? Good, mic is on. That's always good to hear. Welcome to week 4 of Wonderwall, week 5 of quiz nights overall. So I can't hear the actual intro music at the moment. It's currently silence in my ears. So I'm just presuming that's going out okay. Hope you're all doing well this fine evening or morning or afternoon or whatever time zone you happen to be playing in at the moment. Let me transition you over to the leaderboard. Should hopefully be that now. And I'm going to unmute the desktop audio when that comes on as well. So, this is the standings as we currently are at the end of the third week of Wonderwall action. Clive Legend in number 1 spot with 3,828 experience points. Catnip in second place with all of the threes. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Then Tipster in third place, 2,711. BMN is in fourth place, in a good place there, 2,370. Royal Flush, 1,820. Bianca Mel, 1,748. DMM, 1,506. Connor, 1,339. Boydie, 1,300. JP, 1,276. Jerry Eris, 1,171. Elias, 1,058. Lupin 1, 1,008. And everyone below that has not broken the 1,000 barrier yet. Let's switch to this one where you can see my face. Hello! How are we doing? So as you can see now, it now displays the top 50 on this screen, and now the ranking system works properly. But it actually will give you equal ranking positions. So at the moment, you can see down there we're in 45th place there. Walix and Stoshka are tied in 45th place at the moment. And Drahuska and Gentleman 12341, they're tied in 48th place. And if you issue the right command for that, it should now. Yeah, there you go. Walix and Stoshka are tied for position 45. There you go. So now it tells you multiple people that are tied in the same position. Especially this particular example. There's a 29 place tie for 52nd place. I've now fixed that bug that if you just plus in any old random name in the rank command that it would have generated an entry and just given it 0 XP. Doesn't do that anymore. So unfortunately now the likes of Bobby Tables and Mr. Blobby and all that, they're now kind of resigned. I'm going to leave those accounts in there, as it were, accounts. Just because it's nice to see that, you know, as a historical thing. So there'll always ever be at least a 29-way tie somewhere, and maybe more if more people play and then don't actually get any XP. So, right, let's get the first game going. As you can see down here, also I've added this little thing here. We now have 264 questions currently unused in the database and are active based off of the excluded categories. The only excluded category at the moment is the expert category. But we've got in total 646 questions to use if it then recycles. So that's how many questions we've got to play with currently. 264 should be good enough for, I think, the next 2 streams, something like that. Has there been any updates since last week? Oh yes, good call. Let me just... I'll open up the lobby. So there's your room code is ZXYX. So I'll open that up for anyone that wants to join. I mean, updates in the question database. Yes, there have been updates to the database. There's been about, I want to say, about 40 usable questions. Usable as in not expert. That have been added since the last run, because the previous run to this, it was on 220 something, and now it's at 260 something. So I think we're looking at something like a 40 question increase on that front. Let's say 264 should be good enough to run for the next 2 episodes, I would hope. But we can see as we go along. We can see how many questions we're actually eating through per round. And yes, number only mode is currently active for testing. Although you can still answer in the traditional manner, it won't penalise you in any way. It'll only now look at the number. I've updated the website and updated the description down in the panels below with regards to that. But yes, you now only need to give the number of the answer. So this might be a bit kind of rapid gameplay kind of situation, but we'll see how it goes. One further note, because it's now only accepting the numbers, you've got to be a bit careful about what you send as your commands now, because obviously Twitch will block you from spamming this exact same message with a 30-second cool off. So I don't care what other words you chuck in the message, it will just read the first number in the message. So you can, you know, change your message as much as you want, so long as there's the number you want in the message as that'll get passed. So you can go, my answer is 43 and 43, and those are two distinct possible, you know, commands that Twitch won't block for spam, but I will still be able to accept either. It's just to prevent those situations where you might preemptively answer in a pit stop, and then you have to wait, you know, 3 seconds until you actually have to, you know, when you can actually answer. Let's have a quick look at the actual updates I've added since last time. If we go back to desktop, that one, there we go. So hopefully I fixed the timer countdown audio issues. We should now be getting the profile images based off of the username, not the nickname. So for people like Prism that have a Japanese name, that should fix that issue. This is what we're currently playing now, is the test. So we're only answering now with numbers. Added some extra character support, mainly for, again, Prism with his Japanese name, but also for anyone with Korean names, and Chinese names, I believe, are now currently covered. Oh yes, when it comes to the XP leaderboards after each game, it will now highlight those that played and, you know, try and slot those into the table somewhere. So instead of just forcibly displaying the top 50, it will now actually try and display those that played, and, you know, shunt around and fill in the gaps as necessary. Rank command has been updated. Oh yeah, in addition to the skipped questions, the past questions, it will now also give you the answer to bailed questions and timed out questions as well. And I think abandoned games as well, it will also display what the current question answer would be as well. Add the info on the main screen about detailing number of questions database, covered that as well. And that's all of them. That's all of the things I've done since last time. So let's go back to the game. Let's see how everyone's saying. They're saying almost 80 questions, few rejected and many expert, and some haven't finished proofing. Yeah, there's quite a few that in the list there that haven't been proofed, but we're currently working with a decent number of questions anyway, so nothing to worry about there. I haven't seen Clive. That's a good point. This could be a good opportunity to climb the leaderboard a little bit. Also, yes, RIP Prism Squares is now actually Pudizumu. Oh, Discord announced, did it? Ah, brilliant. Cool. I don't have to worry about that now. Good news. It actually worked. Cool. Welcome, Stripes. Yeah, if you follow the instructions on that webpage there, it'll tell you the commands that you need to put in when you play. The main thing you need to worry about is just answering with answer numbers as they appear on the wall, and generally you should be whispering to the bot, which is QuizBot3000, which, you know, responded to you there. Just whisper all your answers to that, and you can play along as a spectator, or if you want to join in and actually play in the hot seat, entering the room code, which is currently ZXYX, and you can be in for a chance for being in the hot seat. So how are we all doing this evening? Sass? What do you mean sass? Kickstarter reward? Oh, Kickstarter reward for what? Yes, I know, JP, I know. Hopefully not too stoned that you can't answer properly. Work's kicking your rear, is it, Elias? Oh dear. I mean, you're actually having to do work now and not just, you know, not screen all of my quiz questions for me. Blame Space, card game. Alright, cool. I must say I haven't heard of Blame Space, but no, I'll have a look at it. Oh, BMN, you're currently out looking for work, are you? Or not getting the right kind of work? Yeah, yeah, indeed. That's it's never fun when they decide to, you know, cut back and then to say, oh yeah, but we still expect that work to be done by someone, so yeah, give this to this guy and just yeah, exactly. It's not fun. I sort of kind of feel that with you know, now that I'm having to be sort of build master for everything and having to know pretty much how all of that works. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of enjoy being in that role, but yeah, it is very different to when I first started at Distinctive. Ah, I see. Yeah, I've got a spy here with JP. Everything I say about work I can't get away with. Okay. Yeah, I kind of understand that a bit as well, can't it? It's, I mean, not with this current workplace, but with previous workplaces, sometimes it does feel like there's a bit of an imbalance, but there's not much you can do, really. If they're doing enough work to warrant being in that, you know, in that current role that they're in, then there's not much you can do other than to, you know, suggest to the superiors that they're not doing enough of the job, or they need to have their job role changed so that they're not doing enough of their job anymore. So anyway, right, enough of that. Let's get this first game underway. 1 in 6 chance. Good luck to you all. Ryan, you are first for this evening. Good luck. Let's go full screen. Ryan, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 6, 6. Here is your inspection time. No, JP was waiting for me to say that. And if you are ready, here we go. What is the largest ocean on Earth? Remember, we only need to answer with the answer number now. It was Pacific, number 4. Which company brews Harp Lager? You've used about to half your time, 1 minute of your time even. You've just passed that one. Which country has hosted the Eurovision Song Contest the greatest number of times? You've used just about a minute of your time. Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult question, this one. Quite a few places. The UK is correct. Which Jules Verne character's name means nobody in Greek? Now you've used about half your time. About 2 minutes left. Still have one pass, still have both your pit stops. You can still get a question wrong and continue. You're going to pit your first time. Okay. Which Jules Verne character's name means no body in Greek? No body. 3 seconds and you're back in play. Now you're back in play. Got a minute and a half left. You've got to answer with the answer number, Ryan, not the answer name. Is incorrect. The answer there was Nemo. Which part of the body would be retreated by a chiropodist? 60 seconds left. Still have one pass. Still have one pit. Bailout is active. 45 seconds left. You're going to pass that one. No more passes left. The song known as The Horn of Plenty is the national anthem of which fictional country? 30 seconds left. Still have one pit stop. $20 seconds left. It's your last 15. If you want to leave with $2,500, you're going to have to bail. There you go. You bailed with $2,500. Let's see what we got with all those past questions. Which company brews Harp Lager? It's Guinness. Which part of the body would be treated by a chiropodist? It's feet. And the previous question that was bailed on. The song known as The Horn of Plenty is the national anthem of which fictional country? It's Panem. There you go. What did you just say there, Catnip? Now submitting with only questions you might consider showing up the list of the correct answers. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That is a good point. We're gonna have to deal with that as we go on. I'll try and shout out the answers as they come up. Yeah, I know what you meant, Catnip. I know what you meant. Right, let's see how we did that game. BMN number 1 spot with Catnip 75, Drahuska 60. Welcome, Drahuska. Connor tied with score count 45. Edam Cheese tied with JP, tied with Magician 30. Hello there, Magician. Also, hello there, Edam Cheese. Samster Stamster 15 tied with Walex. Welcome, Samster Stamster. And Ryan there with 10 with the one correct answer in the hot seat. And that is unfortunately not good enough to make the top 15 of the best wins table. I need to update that at some point so it does highlight what your current position is and what your neighbours are. And if we look at the XP table, let's see, has this worked? Whoa, stuff has broken. Nice. Oh, that's good. Magician, just what's your rank, Magician? Let me just see. This is brilliant. Rank Magician 1099. Let's see. You have no ranking information, yet you have XP. Oh, shoot. Well, this isn't good, is it? What's happened there? Yeah, I suspect this is for new people. It's just completely broken. Adding you in. Okay. What can I do about this? Because it's probably not saved you into the database. Okay, remember your XP values, and I might see if I can find the issue in the code and fix it live on stream. But other than that, Connor in 8th place there, now on 1384. JP in 9th place, 1 in 306. Score count 305. Catnip. Oh yeah, Catnip. You are highlighted. It's difficult to see actually. I need to change that colour as well at some point. Then Catnip played there. Is now 3408. B-Men played 2445. Score count 305. Druhuska 96, Wallix 66, and Ryan 17. Okay. Right. What else I'll do is I'll keep the stream live, but what I will do is I'm going to try and see if I can fix it quickly. So let's go to that one so you can see what's going on. I'm going to put some music on in the background while I try and figure it out. Let's see. So that's going to be in the XP table database. Everyone else that had played, you will have your XP saved, but it's just those new people that didn't. So something wrong with the inserting. Didn't happen. Oh, do I even have an insert command? Oh, have I just gotten rid of the insert completely? Oh, I might have done, you know. This is why in my limited testing it worked, because I existed. But all these other people, they don't exist. So an update command won't work as a insert. Okay, let's see what I've done. What did I do? So this would have been to the rank commands, I think. This one. So what did I change? There's nothing there to say not insert. Ooh, hello. Interesting. So I've got it for the leaderboard table, that's the wrong one. Where did it go then? Where did it go? I mean, it did have a weird merge, but I didn't think that screwed a lot of stuff up, but apparently it did, maybe. Right, what's that? Nope. Thank you. Yes, the pressure is definitely on. This is the first proper breakage, though. Because update just won't work like that. Can I please? I need to do a. Can I do a view history? Oh, here we go. You can do it this way. Oh, I can actually see the actual historical files. Oh, that's even better. So I've got lots of deletes. Create tables, not there. There's an insert. Hello, where's this? Get XP. Oh, okay. Okay, I know what to do now, I think. So there should be an LXP method. Get XP, what does that do in that situation where it doesn't exist? It returns a -1. Okay. So if old XP dot XP is -1L, then I need to do something like this. Values that and that. Should be able to just insert with that entry and then do an update, and that should all be hunky-dory. It's not the best way of fixing it, but I think this will work. Yeah, I'm going to say that will work. I'm going to say that will work. I'm not even going to test it because I have no way of properly testing it. We'll just build it straight off. And we'll go to the DB browser and fix the database up so you've got entries. Open database. Local low, ATB, quiz common, experience. So someone kindly give me those entries. That must be an insert, yeah. Someone give me those entries quickly, or am I just quickly get the thing in? Oh, I've got them. Alright, thank you. Edam, cheese, XP 30. Then magician 1099 30. And insert. This is the right one, yeah. Hello. Oh, I can't edit that way apparently now. Samster, with 15. Write the changes. Close. That should now be built. And we'll cross our fingers for the next run then. Take the Spotify music off. Sorry about that, everybody. So there's the next room for you all. Will mean that potentially Ryan can play again because this is a new run of the app. Let me catch up with chat on that. I'm so sorry about that, but I want to try and I want that one specifically fixed because that wouldn't be fun for new players. That'd be a good place for joint placing as well, Ash. Oh, what, on the XP this round? Yeah, fair enough. Stuff has broken. Hello there, Kabuchi, welcome. Hopefully those that have, let's say, Edam, you got 30s. So it stored that, it's read that incorrectly. Hello there, Royal Flush. We'll see if that's actually re-ranked you. It should have re-ranked you because it doesn't store the ranks. That's just all calculated. Yeah, I'm using the wrong layout, so that's why. Hello, game. There we go. That's the right layout now. Yeah, at some point during the stream I'll do a straw poll to see what people think of answering with just numbers. Cool. Cool. Right, everything's now caught up. I feel like just go straight into the next game now and we'll see what happens. Really, what I should have done is I should have deleted my account and then tried playing and see what happens. Although, No, it's storing as AET_bash but lowercase, which is incorrect. I have capitalization, so it'll probably put a new entry in for me. So I could actually try playing and see what happens. Like, I'll just give a phony answer or something. And we'll see if I get added as a -1 rank or not. Okay, let's get the next game going. As I said, Ryan could be picked again because this is a new run of the game. But he didn't this time, it's Royal Flush. Good luck, Royal Flush. Marker Royal Flush. Full screen game. You're washing up. Then why did you enter yourself in for the hot seat? Yes, good luck, Quiz Akabusi, indeed. If you're ready, here we go. What is the name of your horse in Shadow of the Colossus? Difficult one if you haven't played Shadow of the Colossus. You're going to pass it then. Grammy is an award to recognise outstanding achievement in what industry? Music is correct. In which city is the European Parliament based? Strasbourg is the correct answer. A joey is what kind of baby animal? Kangaroo is correct. Who is the author of The Grapes of Wrath? Steinbeck is correct. Who sang the theme song for the film Goldfinger? Sorry, it was a muted trumpet. I have to. Bassi is correct. Which band had the single Here Without You? Three Doors Down is correct. The letter R is designated which Shakespearean character's name in the NATO phonetic alphabet? Romeo is correct. What is the flavour of the liqueur crème de cassis? You get a pit on that one. What is the flavour of the liqueur crème de cassis? You've used about half your time. You still have one pass. You'll still have one pit stop after this, and you can still also get a question wrong and continue. And we're back in play. Blackcurrant is correct. When Professor Utonium added chemical X to a mixture of sugar, spice, and everything nice, who did he create? The Powerpuff Girls is correct. A tithe or teeth to the government is known by what other modern name? Gonna pass that one, no more passes left. The Power Rangers series uses footage from what long-running Japanese franchise? I reckon this is a Connor question, Clive question. Super Sentai is correct. In the traditional board game Go, professionals and high-ranking amateur players are given what rank? We've got about 1:20 left. That was incorrect. The correct answer is Dan. Weighing 563 carats and believed to be over 1 billion years old, the Star of India is what type of gemstone? Bailout is now active. You still have one pit. That's your last pit playing now. Weighing 563 carats and believed to be over 1 billion years old, the Star of India is what type of gemstone? You'll have just over a minute left when we come back in play. We're back in play. Sapphire is correct. Which card game values the Queen of Spades at 13 points and cards of a certain suit at 1 point each? 50 seconds left. Hearts is correct. How many stars feature on the flag of New Zealand? 30 seconds left. 4 is correct. Brian Molko is the lead singer of which band? 15 seconds left. Placebo is correct. What Disney film features the voice of Robin Williams as a blue-tinted genie? Well, maybe. 5 seconds. Aladdin is correct. Oh, he bails just in time. Oh, bailed just in time there. 14 of 20, you get $90,000 for that one. Yeah, that question might end up changing in future because of well, trailers and such that have been released over the past week. Here are those past questions. What is the name of your horse in Shadow of the Colossus? It was Agro. A teeth or tithe to the government is known by what other name? It is an income tax. And the previous question that was bailed, the process of creating fabric by interlocking loops of yarn or other materials using a hook is called crocheting. And of course that would have to be a catnip kind of question for crocheting. So with that said, Royal Flush, #1 spot in that game, even in the hot seats with 140. Elias, second place, 133. Go-Go BMN, 132. Magician, 117. Score count, 103. Catnip, 95. Edam Cheese, 88. Connor, 80. JP, 49. Drahuska, 37. Kirbychew, 29. And Ryan, 14. And I just realised that if I answer incorrectly, I get 0 XP, which means I don't actually get into that method. So we'll see if anyone new entered in that one or not. I don't think so. Is that your best performance so far, Royal Flush? It is your best performance so far. It puts you into 6th place now, behind Chaotic Observer, who got 1 more question than you. And let's see this table. There are no new players that time round, from what I can see. Ryan was the last, but he had played before. So Catnip, still 2nd place, 3503, slowly catching up on Clive there. BMN 2577 still in 4th place. Royal Flush in 5th place behind BMN 1960. Connor 8th place 1464. JP 9th place 1355. A little rivalry there. Elias now into 11th place with 1191. Kirbychew 26th place 441. Score count 27th 408. A little rivalry there. Magician, 38th place, 147. Drahuska, 39th, 133. Little rivalry there. Even with Edam Cheese as well in 41st, 118. And Ryan down there in 52nd place with 31. So next time I will try answering a question right to get some XP at the very least, and we'll see where it places me, because I believe it should create a new entry for me, because the one in the table at the moment is all lowercase, which is not what my name actually is. And it's time to catch up with the chat. To answer a question, a tithe or tease is a fraction of one's income automatically given by tradition to another entity, usually division. Okay. How is it actually pronounced? Because I'm just guessing. Let me see. Pronunciation guide on that.
Tithe.
Tithe. Okay. I was right the first time, I think. All right. Cool. Yeah, Flush was quite fast there. But you could still answer, even if they have actually answered the question ahead of you. You can still get some points for being late, as it were. Just that if he's going really fast, then you're gonna get lagged behind. And is the European Parliament really in Strasbourg? Well, according to that question, it is. And I will tell you that Wikipedia says... yeah, that's... really? What does it say? Where is it? Okay, so it has 3 places of work. It has Brussels, Luxembourg, and Strasbourg. Luxembourg is the admin offices. Meetings of the whole Parliament take place in Strasbourg and in Brussels. Committee meetings are held in Brussels. So, it's a... I'd have to go off of what other people have said of that one, I guess, because it's kind of between Brussels and Strasbourg on that one. So I'm not so certain on that one. I could possibly lean either way on that answer. So let me find that question, because I can do that. And I will. I can't. I wish I added that command. I wish I added the command to do it, to just give you a bonus XP. But I don't have that at the moment. I can't see that page. No, I can't view the question right now. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Yeah, if the options were Strasbourg and Lancaster, maybe, but it's also a bit weird that if Brussels was an alternative to another question, then that would get a bit kind of hazy as well. So it's a difficult one, that one. Yeah, probably it needs pulling, but yeah, I can't really do that on a small web page at the moment. Where is Quizbot? Wait, was that one of mine? Oh, well, I'm so sorry then. I thought I can't remember what ones I put in. All right. All right then. Wait, did I self-proof it then, or what? I don't think I self-proofed a lot of questions, but well, unless that was in the original pack. That might have been the original pack of 49, possibly? If that was in the original pack, then that would have not had the alternatives at that time, and they would have been given alternatives after the fact. And I don't know who would have given the alternative answers. But anyway, so yeah, it probably was my question to start with, but there you go. Let me find you. Hello, Mr. Quizbot 3000. Put you down there. Oh yeah, we all make mistakes. I mean, we had freaking bugs on the first game as well, so there you go. Yes, I know how to get to Quizbot 3000, Royal. Okay. 9 of you in. Royal played the last game, so it's a 1 in 8 between the rest of you at the moment. Oh, you were looking for him. Oh, okay. And you can't find him. Oh, bless. Well, if you say help, he'll pop up, and then you can click on his name if you want. You found him. Okay. 2 directors. Oh, Quizbot 3000. The engendered genderless bot. All genders and no gender at the same time. Okay, I'm going to start the next game off. Good luck. Connor, you are up. Good luck. Marker added. Full screen. Veal success. Here's your inspection time. Oh my god, that number 31. And if you're ready, here we go. The Landlord's game served as the inspiration for what board game originally produced by Parker Brothers? Monopoly is correct. On the periodic table, elements are arranged in order of what? Atomic number is correct. A regular 12-sided polyhedron is also known by what other name? Dodecahedron is correct. Which brand used the tagline "Milk's favourite cookie"? Oreo is correct. Which Batman villain originally went by Harvey Dent before a scarring accident? You're going to pass that one. Which animal is known as a camelopard in the 15th century? Or camelopard. You've used about a minute of your time. Still have one pass, still have both your pit stops. Giraffe is correct. Which American football team won the first Super Bowl in 1967? The first Super Bowl. It was the Green Bay Packers. Which country's flag is the only one that contains a map of the country? A map of the country. Cyprus is correct. The currency of Costa Rica shares its name with which punctuation mark? You used half your time. You still have one pit stop, one pass, and two pit stops even. Still looking for it. Colon is correct. Which Nintendo character is a secret boss in Punch-Out Wii? He thinks this is a Kirby Chew question. You get a pit on that one. That's your first pit stop. What Nintendo character is a secret boss in Punch-Out Wii? Still have one pass after this. You can still get a question wrong and continue. And go back in play. Incorrect answer was Donkey Kong. Martin Luther is credited with starting which religious movement? Bailout is now active. You've got a minute and 20 left. You're going to pass that one, no more passes left. What part of the human body has the cerebrum? Brain is correct, 1 minute left. Martin Gould is a professional in which sport? Typo there. 50 seconds left. Snooker is correct. Which dinosaur has a Latin name meaning roof lizard or covered lizard? 40 seconds left. Still, there's your last pit stop. Which dinosaur has the Latin name meaning roof lizard or covered lizard? You have about 40 seconds left when we come back in. And you're back in play. Stegosaurus is correct. What term describes the fear of closed, constricted, or confined spaces? 30 seconds left. Bailout still active. Claustrophobia is correct. Which celebrity was buried next to Marilyn Monroe in 2017? 20 seconds left. $15. You're going to bail on that, you don't know it? No worries. Bailout was $60,000. Congratulations. If we look at those questions, which Batman villain originally went by Harvey Dent before a scarring accident occurred? It was Two-Face. Martin Luther is credited with starting which religious movement? That is the Protestant Reformation. And which celebrity was buried next to Marilyn Monroe in 2017? It was apparently Hugh Hefner, from the looks of things. And potentially so, yes, catnip. It probably would be good to go back to the full names, potentially. Anyway. Let's see how everyone did. Royal Flush, number one again, 170, playing well. BMN, second place, only 9 points behind, 161. Connor, hot seat player, 110. Edam Cheese, 103. Magician, just 1 point shy, 102. Just 1 point shy as well, Elias, 101. Catnip, 7th place, 87. Score count, 8th. 65, JP 9th, 56, Kirby 10th, 51, Ryan 11th, 21, and I got myself 7 points. Woo! And let's see how it's done with that. And Is that your best performance there, Connor? I think it was in 12th place. Yes. I still need to add a highlight on this table to see if it actually got a better position or not. And then if we look on this leaderboard coming up, I didn't fix it. Shoot, I didn't fix it. So that's I think we're just going to lump it for this stream until I actually find out what the hell's going on with it. How to get to the top of the leaderboard by cheating my ass off. Clive of Legend still in number 1 with 3828. Catnip catching up 3590. BMN 2738 in 3rd place, catching up on Catnip. Royal Flush in 5th place, 2130. Connor 7th place, 1574. JP 9th, still 1411. Elias still 11th place, 1292, very close to taking over Boyd's spot in 10th. Kerbichu now on 22nd place, now on the left side of the tables. Score count 26th with 473. Magician 34th with 249. Edam Cheese 35th, 221. Still close contest there. And Ryan 48th place with 52 points. And we'll start that off like that. So yeah, we're just going to have to deal with it for now on the whole broken positions situation. And anyone that is playing new, we will get you put into the database after the fact, and we'll have it all fixed for next time. So yeah, I thought the blue would be alright, but the blue's not quite good enough because it's kind of masking on some of the spots. Yeah, it would have added you this time, Magician, because you had an entry in the database previously, because I added you specifically. But for anything added while the game is active, like any new entries while this game is active, it's not doing it properly. So I can manually add people, no problem. It's just I can't. I wonder if I can do it live or whether the game has a lock on this database or not. Let me see if I can do that. The worst thing it can do is just shout at me. Oh, I don't want that one though. I want to close that one. Yeah, I know. It's not the one I want. I want this one. Open that one. Browse data. Because I can browse the data, no problem. I'm just wondering if I can edit it while it's kind of live. And it takes... Yeah, database is locked, I can't. It is locked by the game, so I cannot edit it. That's fine. That's fine, so we're just going to have to remember those new players when we get to new players, and to add them in after the fact. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, stream cuts out, or my PC completely dies and there's no backup. Game corrupts, yeah. Okay. Well, we still have 223 questions to use up. We've got how many? We've got 9 people listed for the hot seat. 2 of them have played in this instance of the game, so it's a 1 in 7 chance between the rest of you. And if you're ready, let's pick the next contestant. Yes, next week is hopefully 1 versus 100, provided that I don't completely break things until then. Here we go. Soundster, you are up. Good luck. Full screen mode activated. Here's your 15 seconds of preview. And if you are ready, let us begin. In which country is Timbuktu? Mali is correct. In which 2018 award show did many participants wear black in order to raise awareness for the Time's Up or #MeToo movement? You're going to pass that one. The line, "I went ahead and ordered something for the table," was the last line of spoken dialogue in which long-running US TV show? Sopranos is correct. Which is the only dwarf that never speaks in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Dopey is correct. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers and Sally sells seashells by the seashore are examples of the first lines of what kind of difficult-to-say poems? Tongue Twisters is correct. Which South American country is named after silver? Thank you for whoever wrote that question. Argentina is correct. In golf, what name is given to a score of 3 strokes under par? You used about a minute of your time. Still have one pass. You still have both pits. Albatross is correct. What jester-like character is traditional mute and dressed in diamond patterns? We should say traditionally mute rather than traditional mute. Harlequin is correct. Granny Smith is a popular type of which fruit? Apple is correct. Which 1995 film starring Mel Gibson won the Academy Award for Best Picture the next year? Braveheart is correct. What is the name of the Kentucky military base and gold bullion depository where documents such as the Declaration of Independence were stored during World War II? Bloody long question, Jesus. You gotta pass that one, no more passes left, 2 minutes left. Ingvar Kamprad, who grew up in Elmtjard Farm in Agundyard, found which store chain? Clues in the question. Might have given too much away. IKEA is correct. Who is the author of Frankenstein? One minute and 30 remaining. You get a pit on that. That's your first pit. Who is the author of Frankenstein? Why couldn't we pit on a longer question so I could actually, take my time reading it? This is a short one. Anyway, we're now back in play. Shelley is correct. In the poker game Texas Hold'em, how many cards are dealt to each player? 2 is correct. What is the only bird represented in the Chinese zodiac? Little over a minute left. You still have one pit. Rooster is correct. In The Last King of Scotland, Idi Amin is the president of which country? Uganda is correct. In Roman mythology, who is the king of the gods after defeating the Titans? 45 seconds remaining. You've used no strikes so far. There's your first one. The answer there was Jupiter. Which meringue-based dessert was named after a Russian ballerina? 30 seconds left. Bailout is now active. Pavlova is correct. In snooker, which coloured ball scores 6 points when potted correctly? 20 seconds left. 15. That was incorrect. Correct answer was pink. What landlocked Asian country is the only to have a national flag that is not a quadrilateral? You're going to bail out on that one. Don't blame you. You got 15 of 20 right, and you win $100,000. And we see these past questions. In which 2018 awards show did many participants wear black in order to raise awareness for Time's Up or the #MeToo movement? That was the Golden Globes. What's the name of the Kentucky military base and gold bullion depository where documents such as the Declaration of Independence were stored during World War II? That was Fort Knox. And the bailed out question, what landlocked Asian country is the only to have a national flag that is not quadrilateral? It is Nepal. Whoa, those are some questions in there. And so who wrote the Peter Piper question? I want to know. Who wrote that one? I mean, I could recite it. Peter Piper picked a pecker, pickle peppers, a pecker, pickle peppers, Peter Piper picked, etc. I did it before. But yeah, that was an interesting set of questions there. And the freaking Ingvar, whatever his name, of IKEA fame. Just all the foreign names, all the long questions. Oh well. Royal Flush number 1 again. Bloody hell, 199. Trying to take the place here of Clive, I guess. Elias, 2nd place, 168. BMN, 166. Catnip, 4th place, 154. Samster, 150. Skullcat, 102. Edam, 101. Connor, 100. JP, 92. Magician, 87. Tipster, 80. And Kirbychew, 36. I must say, Samster, you were really rocketing on some of those questions. Clearly, the answering with just the numbers is very beneficial for that. And if we look on that, you enter into 6th place on the best wins leaderboard. You've actually just pipped ahead of Royal Flush's best attempts from earlier. Congratulations. And we look on this wonderful thing. Okay, so it no longer just... Oh, shoot. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, so... so it doesn't constantly display the broken ranks. It only displays the ones in that game. Okay, so that's not terrible, I think. Let's see how we're doing. Clive is still in the 1st place, but not for long from the looks of things. Catnip in 2nd place, 3744. A good game could push that to number 1. BMN in 3rd place, 2904. Fast catching up on Catnip there. And Tipster fast catching up on BMN, 2791. And Royal Flush in 5th place now with 2329. It's all getting nice and tight up there. Connor, 7th place, 1674. JP, 9th place, 1503. Elias is now into 10th, 1460. Catching up onto JP there. Score count, 20th, 575. Kirbychew. In fact, score count, you just jumped straight ahead of Kirbychew there, didn't you? 575. Kirbychew, 22nd place, 528. Magician 30th, 336, very close again, still with Edam Cheese in 31st, 322. And Samster 40th place there, 165. You jumped all the way up to 40th place after the previous game. You only had 15 points, I guess, at that point, because he got 150 in that round. So, yeah, jumping straight into 40th place with that performance. And let's start new game. Yeah, it is a lot of fun, isn't it, Samster? It's surprising how fun it can actually be. But yeah, I was racing through some of those questions, trying to stay with pace. Like you kept on saying, he just needs to not show up one day, Catnip. You're right, indeed, Catnip. You're not far off from taking his spot. Oh, are you out, Magician? Well, thank you very much for dropping by and playing along, Magician. It's always good to see you. And take care. So let's talk about that 1 versus 100. Yes, so, yeah, hopefully next week, 1 versus 100. I mean, what is there to say? It's 1 versus 100. It will be a bit rough and ready. I don't know if I'll have any helps implemented by that time. Because I need to decide what I actually want to do with the helps. One of them was like, well, ask the mob, where you ask 2 individual members of the mob, and they have to give some sort of reasoning for an answer. It might work on Twitch, but it's a bit kind of... It might sort of slow the game down a bit too much. Might end up having to go down the route of what the Xbox Live version of it did, where they had the sort of Ask the Brain, which was the audience's popular response. Which would, always accept anyone that's playing, even mob members that had been eliminated in previous rounds or whatever. Thank you for the follow there, Google and some numbers. But yeah, it'll basically be just a continuous lobby. So instead of it being, one run of the game and then we do a new lobby, it's just one continuous lobby, and We just constantly cycle who gets to be the one. In those situations where the mob beats the one, then it's whoever left in the mob there is an actual active player. One of those will get randomly picked and will be chosen as the one for the next round. If everyone had already played, then it will choose the next best player from the mob to be the next one, and we just keep playing like that. We just keep playing and playing and playing until we stop the stream or whatever. And this will be the first one where we'll be able to, if I can get it to run properly, if I can get the voice system to work. Don't know if I'm going to have it directly implemented in the game or if I'll just do it via Discord, standard way. But we'll give the option to the one to play via voice chat or via Twitch chat, either way, and it will hopefully correctly account for points in either mode. And let's see how we are saying. Yes, coming soon. Do talk over the format of perhaps the filler parts. Those are not. Yeah, 1 vs 1 really has sort of been everywhere, but it has varied from territory to territory. Like the one in the UK was a very basic format where you had to eliminate everyone to win anything. There was no option of bailing out at any point with the money, like the US, Australian, and pretty much every other form of 1 vs 100. As a quick, I guess, overview, it's one person versus 100 other people. The 100 other people, also known as the mob, for each question they are only given a small amount of time to answer their question. All the questions are multiple choice, A, B or C. The one is given more time to think about it after the fact. If the one gets eliminated, the remaining members of the mob that got it right, normally they would split the pot, as it were, and in various territory versions, one of those would then be picked to be the next one, or it could be just some other person is chosen to be the next one. If the one gets the question right, then the mob members that got the question wrong get eliminated, and you just rinse and repeat that until either the one wins by defeating all the mob members, or the one loses and the remaining mob members, split money, whatever. Hopefully, yeah. I will have a guide, much like the Wonderwall page. I'll have a guide on how the game flows. But it'll be done. It'll be done a la Xbox Live, where everyone gets to answer at every given point and still get XP. It's just those actively in play can be either active in mob or eliminated in mob, or the one, as it were. Yeah. Well, if I can find time as well, Catnip, I want to try and make a sort of quick YouTube trailer of it, just covering some of the features of it. But I kind of need people to be playing a version that I can record from then. So it might be that I end up making the trailer from the playtest, and the playtest just happens to be just a playtest thing, rather than actually being proper day one release. So either or I can just do it on any old day, and I just record some footage. XP system is an interesting one. That I'm thinking of doing something similar to how the Xbox Live one did, where you had an answer streak. So you'd have some sort of base value for getting the question right, and there'll be some bonus for how quickly you answered. Again, that's a bit like the Xbox Live one, where you would get a bigger bonus for answering quicker. And then you get a bonus on top of that if you get successive answers correctly. And it will just track that, completely independent of the actual game. So you could get, if you're really good, you can get 30 questions right across like 4 games worth or something, and you'll get the streak of 30, as it were, for that. So that's probably what I would end up doing. And yeah, for the hot seat player, I could, in theory, do some XP per eliminated members. The thing is, at the moment, I suppose at the moment with Wonderwall, you don't get any sort of XP boost for doing better than the rest of the players. You just get a baseline of 10 points per question, right? But again, that can be tweaked around with in playtesting. So I want to have the sort of the value of the quiz show for the entire 2-hour stream, as it were, be of equivalent value to running a Wonderwall. So it might end up being that each question you get right would be worth more in general playing as 1 versus 100. Yeah, I suppose, B-Man, I suppose, yeah. I mean, it could be that the bonus they get is basically equivalent to the prize money value that they win on. I still don't know if I want to go down the Season 1 style of prize money, where it was like a dollar amount per mob member eliminated and that escalated after so many questions, or whether it's just a straight, after every 10 mob members eliminated you go up a bracket on the prize ladder. So something like that. I mean, if you're the hot seat player, in general you're already getting more XP anyway because you're answering questions better than others. So, but we can play test around that anyway and see what works, what doesn't work. Anyway, I've waffled on for too long. Welcome Google for this for potential hot seating. Welcome Natter. Hello Natter. Welcome back. Tipster. Hello Tipster. And okay, let's pick our next hot seat player. It's Tipster. Good luck, Tipster. Yes, please, everyone that wants to discuss ideas for 1 versus 100, do so on the Discord. I'll also do that. Yeah, thank you, Catnip. Because it just helps me along a lot to having that kind of input from people. Here we go, Tipster. Robert Plant was the lead singer of which band? You are indeed, Catnip, you are. Led Zepp is correct. Which Flemish artist is known for painting full-figured women? The answer was Rubens. What is Yoshi's full name? I feel this is a Kirby kind of question. Yoshi saw other part is correct. The number approximately valued as 1.61803 is generally referred to as what? Golden Ratio is correct. What group performed the songs Don't Stop Me Now and Bohemian Rhapsody? Queen is correct. The Nintendo 64 is named such due to what part being 64-bit? Another Kirby question. Got 2.5 minutes left. Still have both your passes and both your pits. CPU is correct. Samuel Langhorne Clemens is the real name of what American author? Oh, that was not yours, Kirby. Alright, okay. Going to pass that question. The M60 is an orbital motorway of which city? Manchester is correct. The movie A Beautiful Mind is based on the life of which Nobel laureate? Nash is correct. The exterior of a cricket ball is covered in leather. What is the interior made of? 1 minute 45 left. Still have one pass. You still have both your pits. Cork is correct. Dory, a blue tang from Finding Nemo, is voiced by whom? DeGeneres is correct. Who was the Italian Prime Minister from 1922 to 1943? Italian Prime Minister. Hello there, Toshi Doot. Incorrect. The correct answer there was Mussolini. Bailout is active. If you were to jaculate something, what will you be doing? Jaculate. I'm being very careful in how I pronounce that. You're going to pass that one. No more passes. In Scrabble, how many points would you get for playing the word factor on a triple word score tile? Oh, this is a devious question. .33 is correct. What was the first musical produced by the Rodgers and Hammerstein partnership? Go to the pits. That's your first pit. Got just over 30 seconds left of real time. What was the first musical produced by the Rodgers and Hammerstein partnership? No more passes. Bailout is active. And we're back in play. That was incorrect. The correct answer there was Oklahoma. And you're all out of strikes. Unlucky. And we look to see what those past questions were. Samuel Langhorne, even. Samuel Langhorne Clevens is the real name of what American author? That's Mark Twain. And if you were to jaculate something, what would you be doing? You would be throwing it. Throwing. Now, Royal. Now. This is kind of a family-friendly stream. Hello, Toby. Okay, let's see how everyone did. Samster, number 1 there, 157. Pro tip, Samster. If you want to hide the answers you're giving, try whispering to Quizbot 3000 with your answers instead. Because I saw you were answering ahead of Tipster a lot of the time then, so you were potentially giving away answers to a lot of people to getting a lot of points. But hey, that's it. If it's easier for you to play in main chat, then do so. That's not a problem either. Samsto 157, Royal Flush second place 154, just 3 points shy. Score count tied with BMN 149. Edam Cheese just 1 point below that 148. Catnip 125. Elias 112. Tipster 100. JP 95. Drahuska 59. Tied with Connor 59. Kirby 244 and Rex. Hello Rex 22. How do you whisper? So you can, if you say, if I do that, oh no, try that even. He appears, click on the name, and there should be an option in there to whisper. Save from that, there should be a little sort of chat bubbly thing in the bottom right corner. You can click on that and search for the bot name Quizbot 3000 in the whispers list, and then you can answer in there. Let's see the strikeouts. Tipster there, striking out in second place. 10 of 20, 29.99 seconds remaining. If we look at the XP leaderboard, Catnip is now the number 1 spot. Catnip is the number 1 spot with 3869. BMN is now in third place, 3053, and he was already in third place. Tipster, 4th place, 2891. Royal Flush, 5th place, 2483. Connor, 7th place, 1733. JP, 8th place, 1598. Elias, 9th place, 1572. It's all getting a bit tight there. It's 7th through 9. Rex Kicks, 14th place, 980. Score count, 16th, 724. Kirby Chew, 21st, 572. Edam Cheese, 27th place, 470. Samster, 32nd place now with 322. Really rocketing up the table straight away there. Drahuska, 40th place, 192. Let's start the new lobby off. So yes. Read my lips. Jaculate. Yeah. Jaculate. Who wrote that question? Oh, this is going to be your first time playing, is it, Toby? I see you're going for the hot seat as well. Oh, brave. Ah, you're a new player, so you're going to have the same problems that I was having earlier. Your ranking position will not be stored properly. So remember what XP you had by the end of this, and we will correct the database after the fact. There's currently a bug with new entrants, and they don't get stored properly, which I introduced by trying to fix a ranking thing. So yeah, that's a thing. Fix it. Well, I tried fixing it before, and it didn't fix it, did I? It did it. Oh, Carmel wrote that one. Okay. Is that a dictionary definition, Royal Flush? It's an well, it's now documented feature. It's definitely a feature now. Now, you see, that's not the same word. That has an E in front of it, JP. That's not the same word as the one I was saying earlier. But that might be a quote from Holmes, but it's not the correct word. Yes, Toby, if you don't want to play as a hot seat player, you can type quit and play just a spectator. It's up to you. You can play as hot seat if you want. It's just if you haven't played it before, if you haven't seen anyone play it before. No, you were watching that last game, so you probably know what's going on. Oh, good old defenestration indeed as well. Hello there, Rex. Welcome. Good old defenestration. Okie dokie. If everyone is in that wants to be in, let's start the next round off. Catnip, you're up. It's Catnip. Mark Catnip. Veal success, Catnip. Indeed, as Rex says as well, after this stream finishes over on the Great Berate YouTube channel, Rex will be playing some more Pinball FX3. Thank you for the follow there, someone. Blananas, thank you for the follow. Here we go, Catnip. The portrait arrangement in grey and black number 1 is better known by what name? Whistler's mother is correct. ROB, the NES peripheral, has a name that stands for what? Robot Operating Buddy is correct. What 2017 Nintendo IP consists exclusively of fighters with springs for body parts? Gonna pass that one. The Bolshevik Revolution, also known as the October Revolution, is celebrated in Russia in what month? November is correct. Who was the sole chaser on the American version of The Chase? The answer was Labette. Mark Labette. What cocktail is a mixture of vodka, lime juice and ginger beer? That was correct. Which nut forms the basis of the cake decoration? Marzipan. Almond is correct. What is the capital city of Pakistan? Islamabad is correct. In which country is the technology company Samsung based? South Korea is correct. In a standard non-leap year, the date exactly halfway through the year is the 2nd of which month? You've used about half your time. Still have 1 pass and 2 pits. And you can still get a question wrong and continue. You said a number, but it didn't do anything. 21 July is correct. What was the name given to the speech that famously starts 7 years ago? Gettysburg Address is correct. Who wrote the novel The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas? 1 minute and 15 left. That's your last pass. Who was the Roman god of sleep? Still have both your pits as well. 1 minute left. 9 of 20 down. Somnus is correct. What colloquial name is given to a 60th anniversary? There's your first pit. We've got about 40 seconds left. What colloquial name is given to a 60th anniversary? At least I think you've got about 40 seconds left. Possibly a bit more. No, he had a bit more, 50 seconds, sorry. You're back in play. Diamond is correct. What is the capital city of Ukraine? 30 seconds remaining. Kiev is correct. I would prefer not to is commonly stated by which Herman Melville title character? 20 seconds left. 1 pit stop remaining. You can still get a question wrong and continue. Last 15 seconds. It was incorrect. Bartleby was correct. The 4 Hogwarts houses in the Harry Potter series are Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, and what 4th? 5 seconds left. Ravenclaw is correct. According to the title of it, you're going to bail. I'm not even going to bother reading the rest of that question. $80,000. 13 of 20 correct. Well, you got to bail at least. Let's see what we got. What 2017 Nintendo IP consists exclusively of fighters for springs for body parts? That was ARMS, ARMS. Who wrote the novel The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas? That was Boyne. And the bailed question, according to the title of a 1962 song, Tony Bennett left his heart in which city? That city was indeed San Francisco. That was yes, exactly, the October Revolution. That was a good fake October answer in that list there. Well, it didn't trip Catnip up. Let's see how everyone did. Royal Flush, number 1, 184. Elias, high scorer there in second place, 171. Tipster, third place, 159. Catnip, hot seat player, 130. BMN, 117 in fifth place. Edam Cheese, 111. And score count just 1 point behind, 110. Toby, 81. JP, 80. Rex, 37. Connor, 36. Samster, 22. Kirby, 22. Druska, 14. Natter, 14. So what happened with that that one you said a number, Catnip, because I didn't see any message from you saying a number after that question came out. So I don't know why. Yeah, it was the July question, but it didn't come up on my side, so I'm guessing it just didn't get sent. It just got completely garbaged from Twitch IRC or something. Yeah, may have derped. But I definitely didn't see it on my side on Stream Chat, so I'm just guessing Twitch ate the input or something. The questions are getting harder and harder, but you have to blame the question writers for that one. Catnip, 13 of 20. Yeah, that's a new entry for you in 8th place, behind Royal Flush. And let's look on the XP table. We're going to see Toby's in the top spot because brokenness. You're in -1 rank position with 81 XP. Catnip in first place, 3,999, literally 1 point below the 4,000 barrier. You couldn't have called that, just 1 point below the 4,000 barrier. BMN third place, 3170s, about, 650-ish points away from Clive, something like that. That could be doable in half an hour's game. Tipster, 4th place, 3,050. Royal Flush, 5th place, 2667. Connor, 6th place, 1769. Elias now overtaken JP, 1743. JP is in 1678 on 9th place. Rexkick, 13th place, 1017. Score count, 16th, 834. Kirby 20th, 594. Edam Cheese 22nd, 581. Nata 24th, 536. Samster 31st place, 344. And Drahuska 39th, 206. We still have 120 questions unused, so let's use some more of them up. This is the greatest accomplishment of your entire life. You're in -1 rank. Literally the best place you could be on the table. So yeah, at the end of it, Toby, just remember what XP you ended up at. Unfortunately, you're probably not going to be able to find out what it is from the rank command because it's not actually stored. Oh. I wonder if it's actually going to store it locally or not. I don't know. You might have to remember your individual rounds, possibly. That's a thing. Yeah, you might have to remember individual rounds. We'll see what happens with this next one. So you got 81 this time. So if your number happens to be less than 81, well, it stored it. It says 81, so it stored it. It's definitely locally stored. It's probably not in the database stored, but it's in memory stored. So it will locally tot it up. Okay. Oh, you're gonna start playing as well, Bananas, now. Well, yeah, you'll be in the -1 spot as well eventually. Is this where we start ranking Lord Lucan and stuff again? Well, you could try, but that's the bug I tried to fix with all of this other stuff. It no longer generates silly rank entries by just giving any old name. But by doing that, I've broken actually adding any entries whatsoever to the game. The command is not exclamation mark rank. It's just rank. It's just rank. The word rank. Yes, you struck on Labette. Yeah, Mark Labette. Which one did you give? Did you give Hegarty? Or did you give... Hegarty was the other one on the board, wasn't it? Yep, rank, yep, everyone got that. Rank Recorder League? What, some cider? It's not hash, I meant... bang was the word I was going to look for, actually. It was bang. Because it is sometimes used as the... Yeah. Words. No ranking for Copperberg. Another cider. Cool. Oh, you're drinking it right now. That makes more sense, I guess. So yeah, it's an entire lie that Toby. Don't worry about that. You do have a rank. Sorry, you won't have a rank because it's not stored in the database, but you do have points. So that's something. You do have points. So if you continue playing, you'll probably still be in -1 rank, but you will have points still. You have no rank or number. Rank 321. Hey, 321. That's a game show and a half. Right, let's start this next game off. Oh, welcome, Daz. Welcome, Dears. Toby, you're up. Good luck. Marker. Toby. I can't type. There we go. You've been marked. There's the full screen. Here's your inspection time. And bon chance. There's a lot of error bad numbers given going on. What that's all about. If you're ready, here we go. Which flowers are part of the title to the 1989 movie starring Julia Roberts? Magnolias is correct. In which sport are there defensive positions called prime, tierce, and octave? Or octave, I guess, maybe. Could be prime rather than prime. I don't know. Fencing is correct. In which city is the movie Lost in Translation set? Tokyo is correct. What did the K originally stand for in the restaurant KFC? Kentucky is correct. Which festival is celebrated on Shrove Tuesday in Rio and New Orleans? Or if you've been to Universal Studios recently. Mardi Gras is correct. Which age was the setting for the Flintstones? Ah, well that helps. Stone is correct. What cartoon mouse has a catchphrase "Nuff" often used when talking to his smart mouse? Pinky is correct. What type of animal is at the centre of the film Racing Stripes? That was incorrect. Zebra is correct. Mr. Cellophane and Razzle Dazzle are songs from which musical? It's only your first strike. You still have 2 strikes left. You still have 2 passes and 2 pits. And you've used about half your time. Chicago is correct. What location serves as the acting palace of the Hawaiian monarchy? That was correct. Which planet has moons named Deimos and Phobos? That was incorrect. Mars was the correct answer. What does the W stand for in the name of former US President George W. Bush? Bailout is now active. You still have 2 passes, you still have 2 pits. And you have 1.5 minutes remaining. Oh no! The correct answer there was Walker, and you've struck out already. Ah. Yeah, George Walker Bush. See how everyone did in that round. Tipster, number 1 that time round, 140. Royal Flush, second place, 125. Connor, third place, 108. Score count, 96. Catnip, 95. Toby, our hot seat player, 90. BMN, 88. Edam, 80. NASA, 75. Elias, 59. JP, 58. Rex, 57. Kerbishu, 44. Daz, 30. Andrew Husker, 29. We also need to... I was going to say we need to read the answers to the previous questions. We don't, because none of the questions got passed. Let's see the best strikeouts. That puts you into 3rd place on the best strikeouts leaderboard. It's not the worst, and it's not the best. Certainly down the middle. Yeah, as a hot seat player, you get passes and pit stops. You get opportunities to actually have a think about it. Let's see how that tots everybody up. Toby is still in negative 1th place with 171. Catnip in 1st place, 4,094, now breaking the 4,000 barrier. BMN 3rd place, 3,258. Very close behind Tipster, 4th place, 3,190. Royal Flush, 5th place, 2,792. Connor, 6th place, 1,877. There's quite a bit of a gap there between 5th and 6th. Elias now in 7th place, catching up onto Connor there, 1,802. JP 9th place, 1,736. Rex 13th, 1,074. Score count 15th, 930. Edam Cheese 18th, 661. Kirby 20th, 638. Nata 21st, 611. Daz 29th place, 375. And Drahuska 37th place, 235. 158 questions still to get through. Hey, this is a nice room code. There's a lot of positive key going on here. Yes, negative warmth. Well, it's not. I can't use the term first because first is should be exclusively for the best position, and I guess negative warmth is even more of a special position. I don't want to call it negative first. I want to call it negative warmth, just because it's different. It's a position that shouldn't exist. So I'm going to use language that shouldn't exist. Much like, you know, Numberwang kind of stuff. Shinty 6, that kind of stuff, you know. Yes, this is definitely quite interesting. If this mistake happens, send it to QI. Oh, okay. Shinty 6 is a number. Yeah, I'm afraid it is, isn't it? Yeah. What's some of the fake ones, like 12thington or something? You know what? I really should make the -1 spot. I should have that be like, make it the root of -1, and it'd be the ith spot. It'd be the imaginary spot. There you go. That's Numberwang. We could just have. I could just do like an implementer sort of an RNG mid-game thing. Oh yeah, I'm not calling you imaginary. I'm calling the rank imaginary. It's an imaginary rank. I'm afraid I do not have all 236 volumes of the rules. No. I've got an abbreviated version of the first volume. So, I can't really play Numberwang properly. I don't have those either, unfortunately. I have rough approximations to those. Just have all the ranks be imaginary. Well, technically they kind of all are. Pi is exactly 3. Well, to be fair though, BMN, square root of -2, you can surd out the 2 part, so it would be like √2 multiplied by root of -1. 1200 and Neeb. Yes, there we go. Oh, I know what Numberwang stuff is. Royal Flush, don't worry. Mitchell and Webb. Look them up. Or I could also just find it on here and I can just quickly share it. That's Numberwang. Let's chuck it over here and go to desktop mode, and just have to have the game audio on in the background, that's all.
Hello and welcome to Numberwang, the maths quiz that simply everyone is talking about. Our contestants today are Julie from...
It suddenly sounds so more tense with the background music on.
Down there in Somerset?
Yes.
Simon? No. Great. Okay. Well, if you're ready, let's play Numberwang.
Oh yes, of course, this is Olivia Coleman. Yes, indeed.
3.
She's come a long way. Yeah.
8.2.
4. That's Numberwang, round 2. Simon, play first.
27.
30.
18.
54.
That's Numberwang. Let's go to the maths board. Julie?
I have the 4, the 6, and the 3.4.
That's Numberwang. We like those decimals, Julie. Simon?
I'd like the root 14 and the 12.
That's Numberwang, round 3. Julie to play first.
8 minus 4.
That's Numberwang. Simon?
109 times 17.
That's Numberwang. Julie?
47.
That's the Numberwang bonus. Triple Numberwang to Julie. So, Julie, you're ahead on
Triple
77.
Numberwang.
Simon, you trail on 83. Everything hinges on this final round. Yes, it's time for Wanganum. Let's rotate the board.
Rotier and Brett. Oh, this is just the episode 1, so this is just the start of the joke. They got a bit crazier beforehand.
Welcome back. Let's play Wanganum. Julie to play first.
43.
Simon?
27.
200.
3.
1.
1.
1.
1.
1.
1.
1.
1.
That's Wanganum.
Yeah,
Julie, you've been Wanganum.
it's one of those things.
That's all Numberwang, but until tomorrow's edition, stay Numberwang, and remember.
Oh right, yeah.
Good Numberwang.
Who's CB? Which one is that? CB. Would that be Clive? Would it not be? CB? I think so, anyway. Change to that mode. Go to user directory. Yeah, it's Clive. Clive Legend. That's CB. Who's the contestant? Well, he was called Simon. I actually don't know the actor's name. Oh, probably that as well. Yeah. Yeah, Coleman Bell. He's got the same avatar as he does on here on Twitch and on Discord. Coleman Bell. Yeah, he's Clave of Legend. That indeed is a number. Right, let's get this next one going. Daz, you are up this time round. Dazarino. Commanding correctly. There we go. And full screen. Yeah, number wang is a bit of a weird thing. I mean, yeah. It's kind of funny, but I can understand people that might not find it funny as well. Here we go. How many degrees are in the sum of all angles in a triangle? Oh, hello. Some of these questions are... yeah, some of these answers are interesting, aren't they? 180 is correct. Common, Arctic and sooty are all varieties of which type of bird? That's a pass. What kind of scan is used to observe human metabolic activity? He's going to pit on that. What kind of scan is used to observe human metabolic activity? You still have one pass. You still have one pass after this one. And you still have all your strikes intact. And we're back in play. Which one's it going to be? It was a PET scan. SW1A1AA is the postcode of which major British landmark? Of those playing along with NATO, Sierra Whiskey, what? I'm not going to repeat it. The answer there was Buckingham Palace. In 1969, the Woodstock Music Festival took place on a farm on what state? In what state, sorry. In what state? Bailout is already active. You've got 2.5 minutes remaining. Still have one pass and one pit. That's incorrect as well. The answer was New York, and we're already out. Ooh. That was a bad run. That was a bad run. Let's see how everyone did with that one. Score count topped that with 45. Tipster just one behind 44. Edam and Elias tied with 37. Royal and Samster tied with 30. BMN and Connor tied with JP as well with 22. Toby 15, Daz 10, and Natter and Catnip and Druhuska tied with 7. Yeah, I think that probably would be your worst result ever, Catnip. But then it wasn't exactly a long round, so let's see. That does unfortunately put you as the worst of the strikeouts that we've had, Daz. 8th place, one question right, with 142 seconds still left on the clock. Yeah, that postcode one was a bit of a toughie. There was also a past question. The past question was common, Arctic and sooty are all varieties of which type of bird? That was a tern. A common tern, an Arctic tern, and a sooty tern. And we see that Toby is still in the imaginary negative 1th spot with 186. Catnip, first place, 4,101. Go-Go BMN, third place, 3,280. Closing in on second place there. Tipster, fourth place, 3,234. Very close to BMN. Royal Flush, 5th place, 2822. Connor, 6th place, 1899. There's now like a 1,000-point gap there between 5th and 6th place. Elias, 7th place, 1839. 60 points behind Connor at the moment. JP now up to 8th place, 1758. Has gone ahead of Bian Carmel. Score count, 15th place, 975. Edam, 17th, 698. Nata, 21st, 618. Daz, 29th, 385. Samster, 30th, 374. And Drahuska, 37th, 242. Let's get another game going. Let's see if we can get 2 more games in before the end of this stream. Go away, Elias. I'll boop you with the bamboo. There's definitely one more round left. I might be able to squeeze 2 out. That way we can maybe get Clive down into 3rd place. Not that I have anything against Clive. It's just, you know, adds to the competitiveness. Well, it's only 7 minutes left currently scheduled, but I might overrun slightly because of the programming issue. Might even be able to move Clive into 4th place. Who knows? Yeah, if anyone in the chat would like to submit questions to the Wonderwall or to any other future thing like 1 versus 100 multiple question stuff, hit me up on Discord, which I will type out now ahead of Catnip this time. And yeah, hit me up as a DM in there, and I'll add you to the database system. Indeed. Yeah, ahead of Catnip this time. Yeah, I sort of half prepared that time. As we're currently standing, we've got 153 questions still left in the Wonderwall categories. I know there's still questions yet to prove, but this 153 will still be good enough for another full run. But there's a completely separate database for the multiple choice stuff. So. Yes, Elias is fairly particular. Although that said, some of the categories are a bit wishy-washy at times and they're a bit misspelled. But hey, that's fine because there's 646 questions in that database. So you know, I'm pretty happy with the numbers that we're getting so far. And yeah, thank you very much for everyone that has been submitting questions up to this point. It's been really great. Thank you. It's been a weight off on my shoulders. Right then, let's get this round underway. Score count, you are up this time. Let's get a marker up. And good luck. Yes, I'll try not to forget credits this time. I mean, they're nothing special, but I do want to just at least show the credits. Say, it's not special, doesn't have any of the credits music, and it's not animated or anything, but I do want to show off, who's put stuff into this. Who composed the 1875 piece In the Hall of the Mountain King? It was Grieg. In 1987, Ronald Reagan's son began hosting what game show, later hosted by Chuck Woolery on Game Show Network? Really? Ronald Reagan's son? Wow. That I definitely did not know. Ningo is correct. The Rialto Bridge is a popular tourist attraction in which city? You're going to pass that one. In computing, what does USB stand for? You've all used one of these devices, but do you know what it actually stands for? Universal Serial Bus is correct. In what sport does a player earn 5 points by placing the ball down behind their opponent's goal in the dead ball area? Rugby is correct. Who is commonly credited with developing the theory of evolution, detailing his On the Origin of Species? Used a minute of your time, you still have 3 minutes left. Darwin is correct. Hoegaarden beer is produced in which country? I know I've butchered that pronunciation, but I don't care. Belgium is correct. What's the last name of Kim, who founded the file sharing site Mega Upload? Still have one pass, you still have both your pits. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. I'm going to pass that one, no more passes left. The parable of the Good Samaritan is told in which book of the Bible? There's your first pit. I'll repeat that question again. The parable of the Good Samaritan is told in which book of the Bible? 5 of 20 in. And we're back in play. Luke is correct. What hormone produced in the pancreas regulates the level of sugar in the blood? Insulin is correct. Which game was invented in the 1930s and originally called Lexico? Scrabble was the correct answer. Not including retiring, how many ways can you get out in a standard game of cricket? Bailout is now active. 1 minute 45 seconds left, 1 pit stop remaining. This is a bit of a difficult question, this. You've got to know cricket to be able to know this answer. You're using your final pits just for some thinking time and maybe finding the answer. Not including retiring, how many ways can you get out in a standard game of cricket? If you can find the answer and you feel confident, go for it. Otherwise, you might want to bail with 77 of 20 answered. 1 minute and 30 left. That's true. You do have that amount of time to think about it. Oh, we went for it. That was correct. How is prisoner 24601 better known? I would sing it, but I might give it away. Jean Valjean is correct. The song Year 3000 was originally recorded in 2002 by which band? I'm sorry for that horrible pronunciation. 45 seconds left. Busted is correct. Sweeney Todd set up his tonsorial parlour on what famous London road? Fleet Street is correct. How many dominoes are in a standard double six set? 30 seconds remaining. $20 seconds. 15-second countdown. 28 is correct. In the Bible, who was the first to see Jesus after his resurrection? Oh no! That was wrong! And that bug still exists. That was incorrect. The correct answer there was Mary Magdalene. Let's see the past questions. Rialto Bridge is a popular tourist attraction in which city? That is Venice. And what's the last name of Kim, who founded the file sharing site Mega Upload? It was, of course, .com. Let us see how everyone did this time. Hey, we've gone on to 2 columns this time. Tipster, first place, 161. Royal Flush, second place, 154. Elias, third place, 132. BMN, 122. Score count, 120. Connor, 115. Natta, 97. Catnip, 81. Edam, 80. JP, 74. Toby, 59. Samster, 45. Daz, 30. Ryan, 28. Drahuska, 22. And Kirby, 14. And let's look at the strikeouts. That would place... is that the second best? I think that'd be the second best. Yeah, it's the second best strikeouts. So it was a decent performance. Just you struck out, that's all. And look at the XP table. Toby's still in the imaginary negative 1th position with 245. Catnip first place, 4182. Clive second place, 3828. BMN. Do you think you're going to be able to get about 400 points in this final round? It's going to be tight. Tipster 4th place, 3395. Very close to BMN. They're 7 points away from each other there. Royal Flush, 5th place, 2976. About 400 odd points off. Connor, 6th place, 2014. Elias, 7th place, 1971. Very close to Connor there. Like, what, 25, 30 points, something like that. JP up to 8th place now, 1832. Scorecount 13th place, 1095. Edam 17th, 778. Nata 18th, 715. Kirby 20th, 652. Samster 29th, 419. Daz 30th, 415. Drahuska 36th place, 264. And Ryan 46th place with 80. Let's get one final game going. We're running over slightly, but I did say we'll get one more game in quickly. And then we'll do credits, and then next week it will be 1 versus 100, hopefully. Let's see. Now everyone. I do not approve of this, BMN says. Yeah, Tipster. Initially, the way I had for the categories is just it's a tag-based system. I didn't want to be too restrictive on the categories to start with because I didn't really know what categories there would be. Now it's gotten a bit crazy, and there are a lot of categories that are kind of the same or self-similar, or they're spelt differently or whatever. So they kind of need regrouping and re-tagging at some point. But we will sort that out in due course. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that a lot of people just don't put categories on the questions either. They just put the question in and then hope that someone will put a category to it. You need the next hot seat to get like 40 questions. Well, that might be a bit difficult, unfortunately, BMN. Is it bad that I'm still shaking? No, not at all, score count. What am I drinking? It is a wonderful blend of orange squash with sparkling water. Hydrating. Personal favourite is the flim category. Yep, that's definitely a category, is the flim category. Yeah, it is a very slow process, isn't it, Elias? It's such a freaking irritating thing to manage data. Do I actually drink like proper drinks, like grown-up drinks? Every now and then, but no, not like sparkling cider. It's literally sparkling water mixed with, squash concentrate. So it's like having orange squash, but instead of still water, it's sparkling water. Yeah, that would have been a good decoy, because isn't it 4 points for a try in league? Is that what it is? So it's 5 in Union, and I think it's 4 in League. Something like that. But it's still 2 for a conversion in either, I think. I should know. I make Rugby Union and Rugby League games. I should know these. But yeah, that would be kind of a killer question, that one. And also, I might also, well, it's not League, but it's Union. I might end up going to Japan during the Rugby World Cup this year, so that'll be fun. Oh, Gridiron. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, it all kind of depends, because I didn't realise that the tickets for those matches have already been on sale for quite a while for international customers. So there's slim pickings, but there are some matches that might be quite good to go and see. I think it was like Wales and Fiji, I think was one of them potentially, or was it Wales and Samoa, something like that, where the ticket price was still quite low. No, yeah, the Six Nations is the one between the Six Nations, as the name implies. But no, Rugby World Cup as in actual proper Rugby World Cup between 16 nations. Or 20 possibly, I can't remember the exact number. Anyway, let's get this final round underway. Oh, Ryan gets a repeat apparently. Good luck, Ryan. Now, for everyone who doesn't know why he's getting a repeat here, it's because I had to close the game earlier to try and fix a bug that I didn't end up fixing, and when you close the game, it resets who played in the episode. So here we go. Bands Riksup and Aha are from which country? Again, I definitely pronounced that wrong. Pronounced that. Wow, that's even worse. Pronounced that wrong. I'm going to pass that one. PB is the chemical symbol for what element? It's actually pronounced IHA. I'm not going to go that crazy. Or AHA. Leviosa. There's your first pit. PB is the chemical symbol for what element? Still have one pass. You'll still have one pit after this. You still have all your strikes intact. And go back and play. Do I need to use the sleep? Maybe. You've got 3 minutes left, Ryan. Lead is correct. Which word, derived from a Greek word meaning within, indicates something of interest and understanding to only a small group with specialised knowledge? Alright, that sentence fragment made no sense, now it does. Which word, derived from a Greek word meaning within, indicates something... Okay, you're going to pass it anyway. Who painted American Gothic? Still have one pit left, no more passes left. You have just over 2 minutes left. The answer there was wood. Despite common misconception, what did Atlas carry on his shoulders? I'm just wondering if this question even needs the first part of that sentence. Despite common misconception, what did Atlas carry on his shoulders? And we're back in play. No more passes, no more pits. 1 minute 45 left. How did that lowercase s on spinach get through? Oh well. Celestial Heavens was the correct answer. Mike Wazowski and James P. Sullivan are the protagonists in which movie? Minute and 20 left. Bailout is active. Monsters Inc. is correct. Which reality TV show has its judges initially facing away from the participants until they decide they want the participants on their team? Question, are there more formats like this now, other than the one I'm thinking? 50 seconds remaining. $40 seconds remaining. Yeah, I have a feeling there are. The voice is correct. In The Silence of the Lambs, what is the last name of Dr. Hannibal? 30 seconds left. $20 seconds left. If you don't know it, you might as well bail. 15-second countdown. You're gonna bail. Don't blame you. You bail with $7,500. Let's see what those past questions were. Past questions were bands Riksup and Aha, or Aha, or Iha, are from which country? It was Norway. And which word, derived from a Greek word meaning within, indicates something of interest and understanding to only a small group with specialised knowledge? That is esoteric. Good word. Let's see what everyone did there. Catnip and Elias tied for the first place there, 120. BMN and Royal Flush tied for third place, 105. Tipster, 5th place, 96. Toby tied with Natter, tied with Score Count, tied with Edam Cheese with 90 points. Connor, 74. JP, 60. Tied with Daz, 60. Drahuska, 52. Ryan, 30. And Kerbichu, 15. And if we look at the XP tables at the end of week 4 of Wonderwall, we see Toby is in the imaginary -1th place with 335. Remember that number, please, Toby, so I can add you to the actual database with that. Catnip, first place now, 4,302, with now, a 500 odd point lead ahead of Clive of Legend in second place, 3828. BMN, third place, not quite enough, 3507. Tipster, fourth place, 3491, still very close between BMN and Tipster. Royal Flush, 5th place, 3081, and there's a solid 1,000 points between Royal Flush and Elias in 6th place, 2091. Connor, 7th place, you've been snatched, 2088. JP, 8th place, 1892. Score count, 12th, 1185. Edam Cheese, 16th place, 868. Natter, 18th, 805. Kerbichu, 20th, 667. Daz, 28th, 475. Drahuska, 33rd, 316. And Ryan, 43rd place, 110. And I'll just check it with the chat. In fact, let me put the credit screen up so I remember to actually do that. Yeah, that's pretty good going there, Tipster. Any more game shows next week? Next week, hopefully, will be 1 versus 100. Yes, Catnip? How manageable it would be to both create questions and play in 1 versus 100. It's going to be awkward because obviously being in the mob means you will get your questions at some point. So it's going to be a bit difficult really to really do both. But we'll see what we can do. Yeah, that's the thing. Hot Seat and Mob, everybody gets the same questions, so it's a bit like Wonderwall where everyone can answer the questions. But yeah, there's no real way of me excluding properly because the Mob and the One all have a kind of, they all have a specific reason for those questions. So it's going to be difficult to work around that. So all I can go on with that is if there's enough people submitting questions, then there'll just be a decent mix to work from. So you'll get some questions that you know because you wrote them, and you'll get some questions that you didn't write that you might know. So let me go through the credits here. So some of these I've got on shortened TV credits. David Briggs and Steve Knight were the original creators, hosts of the UK and US versions. Yeah, music, Matthew Strachan, him off of, I think the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire soundtrack as well, I believe. Yeah, production, it was mostly a Celador production, but also apparently a Stone Stanley Entertainment production for CBS as well. They apparently split up production. Twitch product credits. So the background effect that you can see in the background there, I didn't write that, but I adapted it based off of a shader from shadertoy.com. The rank sprites, I didn't make those, I found them, and they're licensed under Creative Commons 3.0 by attribution. Music audio, thank you to the Westernator for providing all of the music stings. And also Connor for the SFX stuff as well for additional sounds. Question authors that I've got listed currently: Bian Kamel, Catnip Fields, Clive Legend / Coleman Bell, Elias, Royal Flush / Ben Lathbury, Legend of Kerbichu / Azrin Scalalia, Tipster / Dave Tipping, and Toshia Kazar. And proofreaders Elias and Hendrid, although I don't think Hendrid's actually proofread any questions yet, but he is marked as a proofreader on the site. So there's the credits at the moment. As Rex says, yes, I will be sending you over to him over on YouTube Gaming. He'll be playing Pinball FX3, playing some new pinball tables that he hasn't played on yet, but he currently owns, and that will be over on the Great Beret YouTube channel, which I will get a link for now, while I'm thinking about it. Great Beret YouTube, if I ping that and that, it's a hideous link, but it'll work. I know there's a YouTube gaming link, but I can't find that one at the moment. But if you go to there, Rex will be going live shortly, so go and check him out. And let me quickly check up with chat. Strachan likes his trumpets. Oh yeah, he likes his brass, he really does, and that's why I like his music. Yeah, I'm hoping 1 versus 100 will be good as well. Don't submit too many questions, Toby, otherwise there'll be an imbalance and you'll get too many of your questions. But anyway, I got a Twitch notification earlier. Hey, I completed Path to Affiliate. I probably won't get the invite yet, but I have completed the achievements for Path to Affiliate. So hopefully in future I'll be able to get those little biddies, and also you'll be able to subscribe. Oh, that means I might have to figure out an emote slot. Oh, fun stuff. Emote needs to be a trumpet. Well, yeah, clearly the first one's got to be a doot. It's got to be a trumpet doot type thing. Clearly, that's the first thing it has to be, and then beyond that, we'll figure that out. Oh yeah, people. Don't forget to join my Discord if you haven't done so already. There's loads of emote slots on the Discord that are currently going unused. If anyone's got any ideas for potential emotes that want to go in there, I've already got a trumpet one for Doot, but there's loads of other potentials that could go in there. Hit me up in there, say hi, and yeah, we'll make this a nice thing, a rank emote. Yeah, rank -1. That's definitely going to be something. My name is weird, but the second A is pronounced as an AE. Oh, so Scalalia, is it? Scalalia, rather than Scalalia. Scalalia. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you there for the follow there, Toby. Thank you. Nightmare Sky. No, I'm not going to go with Bones Doot. What was your... Let me close the game down now. And while I'm thinking about it, Toby, while I'm still on, let me quickly add you to the database. It's only fair. Open recent. Yep. Add. 2B387 and excuse me, Toby 387. How many points was it? How many points was it, Toby? Can anyone vouch what the points was? $335 factorial. I can't put that much in, unfortunately. I'm going to put 335 in though. There you go. You are now written into the database. I will try and butcher your name, Catlit, but you know, Igla Vaskevichukutse. No, that's completely wrong. Also, is missing lots of diacritics that wouldn't give me any clue as to actually how to pronounce it. Yeah, those diacritics, yeah. Can you add a 0 to the edit? Yeah, I'll do a bender and add a 1 and 2 zeros. Yeah. I'll do it to myself. Right, thanks very much everybody for playing along and watching. Next week, as I say, hopefully is 1 versus 100, and I'll catch you all later. Bye.